way. I think y'all could be a little bit louder than that. Hey, ladies, put your hand in his face. Say, whoa, oh, 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 say, whoa, oh, all right, ladies, let's see y'all.
Okay, I hope you have been listening. What is the topic of today? What is the theme under which are the topics of your discussion? What do you do here? Anyone? No one? Contribute to my question? Answer my question? You don't know what the theme is of the discussion today? Moral and ethics. Okay. One point. Don't wait for me to tell you, okay? Guys, TAs. Yes. So anytime, unless I say no point, I just give the points for participating. This is participation points. Now, so why did I show you this video clip, you think? So one of the topic is about doing right etiquettes. So what is this video clip trying to tell you? What is she singing about? And what is the connection with the first topic of our discussion? Anyone? Come on! Should not be sitting there just watching and good dancing, good song, good beat, and that's it. You should search on your tablet or your smartphone for this song. It's very easy to Google it on the YouTube. And there is lyrics of this song on Google that you can read up to be able to answer my question. Are you doing that? You're not doing that still. You are allowed to use your iPhone or your smartphone, only don't play games on it. If you're working on it for my class, that's fine. Anybody? No one can see the connection of the video clip with the topic of discussion. What was she singing about? Did you listen to the words, the lyrics? What is the title of the song? What is the name of the song? See that I can put up your hand so that I can call one of you, so that I can know who to give the point to. So sing a lady. So what are the words saying in this song? What was she singing about? Anyone? If you want to answer, raise your hand. Yes. Say in the microphone so that everybody can hear you.
Power of woman.
Just about power of woman.
Equality.
Oh, equality. Okay, could be. Which part of the song suggests that she's singing about the power of women? Which part? Which part? Or just guessing? Huh? Now why are you giving him the point? You can raise your hand and give your answer yourself. Huh? What? Which part? What were the words that suggest to you that she was singing about women's power? Which part? Oh, a single lady. That suggests that we
I'm doing my own little thing.
I don't want
I'm doing my own little
my own. I'm doing my own little thing. So that's saying that she's saying she doesn't need anybody else to do it. She can do the little thing by herself on her own. Okay, one point. Anyone else think that the lyrics suggest something else? Anyone? Oh, and they're not. Come on, read the lyrics. Are you reading the lyrics? นี่ที่หลังเลยให้เขาเขียนเองเลยเขียนให้คนอื่นสินับไปSo you should prepare sheets of paper, small slips of paper. There are 5, right? Here, then you give 5 of them out and get each one of them to sign his own name or her own name. So that's control. That they cannot write somebody else's name. Yeah? And then you will end up more than the number that you counted, but then you cannot identify who it was that added the name that's not here. Anyhow, come on, guys, girls, not paying attention, huh? Can't be like that in my class, or else we will not move on if I don't get the answers. Come on, anyone, microphone. Yes? Be brave. What do you think? What was the song all about? What was she singing? That has to do with the etiquette of wooing and courting. Huh? Yes?
about wooing or dating.
Yes, what about it? It's our topic of discussion, yes. But what is the song has to do with it? What does it have to do with wooing? Courting? That's our topic of discussion, yes. But
Giving link to something else. Giving link to woman.
read the words. Read the whole sentence.
If you like it, then you shouldn't put a link on it.
What does it mean? You think?
If you like me, then give me a link.
Give me a ring.
Yeah, give me a link.
So she is saying that you cannot just drag me around, string me around, right? String someone around means you're acting as if you like the person or the girl and you take her out for a long time without proposing or giving her the ring. Right. So that's one thing that you might keep in mind. That's as a what you should or should not do in courting or wooing a person. They expect you to put a ring on it, right? So for you to commit yourself. Commit yourself means you confess to her and what your intention. Tell her what your intention is. Are you going to marry her or not? Okay. So question you can ask is how long you can be girlfriends, boyfriends before you should commit yourself. What do you think? Anyone goes? Suppose you become a girlfriend with someone. How many years you can put up with that before you expect that he should go one step further and commit himself? 1 year? 2 years? 3 months? 1 month? I mean, after he confesses to you, anyone? Or you can sort of, okay, 10 years, okay. 10 years. on the time, amount of time you are willing to wait, and then give me the reason. Right? Anyone? What's your opinion? Have you got a boyfriend? You should have a boyfriend, for sure, right? Give her the microphone. How long? How long you're willing to wait before he has to commit himself and confess to you his intention towards you? I'm just your girlfriend to take about, to show off, but then you're not telling me what your intention is.
I think it depends on my age.
You depend on what? On your age. So, suppose now you have a boyfriend, right? So, how long at this age you think? 10 years? Good. I should tell my son about you so he can come and court you or woo you. Because he had a girlfriend and he knew her for since he was in SCMA172 University, right? And then became boyfriend. And then he went to get his master's degree. And then she sort of broke up with him. So he was very sad, broken-hearted. I said, Lord, get a new one. Yeah, there are so many girls around. Oh, why are you so broken-hearted? He said, I do not become somebody's boyfriend easily. I have to look at the person, consider what she's like for 10, I know her for 10 years. That's the reason why she broke up with you. Because a girl, you can't expect a girl to wait around for you to commit yourself to what your intention is towards her for 10 years. And then you left for a master's degree. How could she be sure that when you return to Thailand, you're gonna go return to her? So when she sees another guy who is closer to her, right, and more committed, and say, please marry me, everything, so certain, with certainty, she will, of course, go with the other guy. Don't you think? So, what do you guys think? So, you're gonna be who will lead the discussion on this topic? Anyone? Who is responsible? Okay, respond quickly, please. So I hope you prepare a lot of questions you should ask on this topic, okay? There are several questions that you can ask, okay? So I'm just leading up to your topic of discussion now. So please come up, guys. This was just one thing. One problem that you should ask your friends to think about, right? What they are their answer. You want to know what happened in my case? I got to know my husband on a Christmas party. When was that? December. And then in February, that's Valentine's Day. He already confessed to me. He likes me. What? He loved me, of course. And then he was going to go and get a master's degree. So, and then after that, he would come back to me. So I said, okay, I wait for you. That's it. See, how many months is that? December, January. Only no more than 3 months. She confessed and I accepted. See, that's the difference. Do you think that that's too quick? 3 months, not quick. You commit and say, okay, go to get your master's degree. I'm going to wait for you. Get married. Okay? In 3 months. He confessed already. I think you think it's too fast. You think it's too fast? Dangerous, is it? Who thinks it's too fast? No? Oh, no opinion. You have to have some opinion. This is critical thinking class. So think about it critically. If you say it's too fast, give me a reason why you think it's too fast. If it's not too fast, you say it's not too fast. Give me a reason why you don't think it's too fast. You can't sit around without anything in your head anymore. You are like a student in my class. Yes? Yes. I knew him only for 3 months. Give him the microphone. Yes. I just met him. During December, I was introduced to him by a friend of mine. And then she called me up. Okay, are you free? This afternoon, this evening? Come to sports club. And we can have dinner together. I didn't know that she was going to introduce me to this guy. So I got dressed up and went to sports club. And then he came. Oh, she was telling me first that she was going to introduce me to a very handsome guy. And he will sort of take me around dancing because they know I love dancing, right? So that's who she would introduce me, very handsome. So, but I didn't know that on that day she would introduce me to that person. Anyway, I just turned up. And then he walked towards me and my friend said, that's a guy. Huh, is that handsome? He didn't look handsome at all to me. But I went around with him because he took me to clubs, dancing and everything. So that's fine. You know, I just wanted someone to take me dancing. And every time I took like 4 or 5 friends with me. And that's another question that you can ask, right? Are you prepared to ask that question? Yes. I might ask the questions that you have prepared. Like, you know, at the time, my time, when I was young, still young, it's not done to go alone with the guy, to go out alone. So I would always ask my friends, like we go in a big group. No longer like that nowadays. You just go alone with the guy, right? You think it's okay, acceptable? What do you think? You don't bring along your friends anymore, right? Do you? Because at the time, I brought along many friends who paid. Yes, the guy. Now, so one question is then, nowadays, who pays? Is the guy expected to pay for both of you or not? What do you think? What should be done? What do you think? Do you think that? No, that's no longer the case, or I would like to know. Anyone? What's your opinion about this? Are you ready to pay for the girl? Or you think? Yes? Anyone? Come on. Not interested? Huh? You expect the guy to pay for you on your day? Tell me. No opinion at all? You don't know what I'm saying. You were not listening. Were you listening? Ow! And you don't have any opinion if somebody invites you out, or invites you out, and you go to, say, a bar or a restaurant, and you ate a lot of things, and you have cocktails and everything. At the end, do you expect him to pay for you? Why? That's a date. He asked you out for a date.
It's fine, but my opinion is he didn't have his own money.
Oh, okay. Suppose that he has already got a job. He has already got a job. Suppose he has already got a job. Would you expect him to pay?
It's fine for the first time, but second or third time you have
Check.
yeah.
Ah. opinion, give her a point. Yes.
I think in the first date we have to share.
Oh, you think you should share from the
Yeah,
very
or,
first?
or I pay my bill.
Your
Or-
own,
yes.
what you ate. Yes.
For myself
Oh,
because it is my responsibility.
Is it, he asked you out for it?
Just ask doctor. He didn't mention about pay bill or
Oh, he didn't, but you don't expect him to do so.
it is my responsibility.
Is it?
Yes.
But some people would say that if you're gonna take a girl out, you should know that you should take the responsibility because you're asking her out
I think everyone is equal to
nowadays.
yes. But I think that is old.
That's old fashioned to
Yeah.
expect the guy to always pay.
Yes.
Well, I expected him to pay for me and all my friends. And what do you think? I would have felt very bad and I probably would not go out with him again. And this is my own. Of course, you don't have to agree with me, right? But a girl might not go out with you again. Because a girl might be like me. She might not go out with you again if you don't pay for her. And then you ask her out. You should at least be ready to fund the whole evening. And if you don't, it's not very gentlemanly. Do you think it's not very gentlemanly to then? You're not friends, you're not going out as friends, you see. This is a date. What do you think? No, guys? Huh? Not interested. What would you do? Would you be ready? Would you have, at least credit card that would be, you have enough money to pay if she just did not say she was going to pay for her part. Yes?
I think it depends on how you talk to each other. Like, we have to talk first before we pay, or maybe the guy will be okay for pay, but if the girl would like to share, it will get better.
The girl might offer and say, okay, no, I will pay half.
Yeah.
I will go half.
That's-
Go Dutch. That's
will
a
be-
term, right? Going Dutch. Yes, please continue. Sorry for interrupting. Please continue.
So that will get the guy like will go better.
Ah,
If the
so
girl-
you
if the
think
girl
so.
offer to how if,
And you will concede. You will let her pay.
no, I don't let her pay.
See, because you don't know whether the girl is actually testing you as well.
Yes.
She might say, okay, I'm going to pay half to see what your reaction is.
That's
And if you allow her to do that, even though she was the one that offered to do so, but you conceded to that, she might then feel, but she would not probably say it, but she would feel not so friendly about you or kindly about you, even though she was the one that said, okay, I'm going to pay for my part, something like that.
so.
Don't you think?
I think if the girl say that, the man will more. He will want to pay. Yeah.
Or you want to pay more. The thing is, maybe you should watch the program on the television called First Dates. Okay? And you can count how many times they went on first dates. It's a first date restaurant. Have anybody watched that program? It's a series, First Date. On channel 336 on television, on my television. Anyhow, and you can count how many times the boy, the girl offers, oh no, I pay half, no, I insist. But then when the boy insists and would not give in and insists on paying, eventually the girl would say, oh, you're very kind, you're such a gentleman. But if the guy concede and allow her to pay, then the girl behind on no, another, well, after that on camera, she would sort of say, okay, you know, she did not feel that he was very gentleman.
Can I speak?
Yes. No, please, not. Try to speak in English. Think about it. I come back to you if you want to. Anyhow, I think I've spent enough time. I should allow you to come up and lead the discussion. I want to give you an example of the video clip that you could play. It doesn't have to be a serious one. It could be a video clip of some certain song. It has to do with the topic. And then this is how you lead the discussion. Yes? Because I try not to get infected by germs. Yes? On the man. You have to talk very closely to them, or nobody else can hear. Yes? Insist strongly. Next time. You should. Oh, okay. Okay. You might offer next time, but okay, I will pay for the sweets or the dessert. Okay, you pay for the food, but I pay for the dessert, something like that.
Yes. Oh, maybe gives a gift back for
In return. Okay, thank you for your opinion. Well, let's move on to the discussion, group discussion. Please come up, please. I told you, you all three would have to be standing together, but then you all would be discussing the first topic, which is what? Courting and wooing etiquettes. You will be discussing, you role play, right? On the topic, but the guy responsible for this topic will lead the discussion, ask the question, go around and get people to answer and give their opinion and respond to them. And if someone says something, the leader should then go ask someone else, what do you guys think about this? Do you agree or you do not agree? Why don't you agree? Why do you agree? But what if so and so happens then? What do you think? You will change your mind or not? This is the way you lead the discussion, yes? Well, guys, I did it as an example already, right? You remember? What did I do? No. The thing is, what you're gonna say will follow directly from your video clip or from the role play. Now, if you role play and then because what you're gonna say actually follows up from the video clip. Of course, you show the video clip later on and role play first. However, if you just show the video clip without wanting to talk very much about the video clip, and then you role play and that will lead on to what you want to say, then you do the role play later on. After, it's up to you, okay? Okay, go ahead. there are a lot of costumes collected in the department. So if you want to use them, you can borrow things such as wig or glasses or masks or costumes. All right. So you can ask P-Mail to show you what the department has, so that you should use things during your role play that actually it's like a yes, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. You just do it, okay?
Okay.
Once upon a time, and Pan has an appointment or dating.
Now, here you see, this is what I see you guys do all the time when you guys have, your role play, but you don't talk. And you just get someone to always talk and tell us what's happening. So why don't you talk and say, oh, I have an appointment with so-and-so. You just say it, and then they know without him telling the audience what's happening, right? So, yeah, you should, have a conversation part to say, yes, please.
I have an appointment
With
with what?
With, okay.
Oh, I'm late. Oh, traffic, very bad. And
So you're supposed to be a girl or what? No?
Both.
Both girls.
Both.
Both guys. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, the traffic is so bad.
That's it. What does it have to do with the topic?
It's about
Huh?
Be on top with first date.
Oh, but you say you're both guys. So you like dating with guys.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, please let us know that this is what's happening, or else people will be wondering what that does it have to do with the topic of discussion. You see, it's not obvious.
Also, so
Right.
he is very mad right now because I'm very late. You, I'm sorry. You. And we're cool right now. Okay. That's it.
Dating. So the point is, you're not supposed to be late on your date. Guys, the one responsible for the topic, who is it? You should make the conclusion. Hello, who's responsible for this topic? You, right? Yes. Once you role play, you should make a conclusion to the audience. Say, this role play. The message of this role play is to say that you should not be late to a date. You see, make a conclusion, or else they might not get at what you're trying to, get across to them. You see, everybody, please watch and listen and learn, so that by the time you have to do it, you'll do it better. Okay, and I don't have a handout. You have not distributed the handouts to anyone. Please remember to do it from the very first before you start your discussion.
when I'm presenting with someone, and I show you one template for this technique.
Yes, please go on. But while you're sitting there, you're supposed to be standing together out here. Yes. And maybe you don't have a pointer that you can. Oh, yes. That's mine actually, very expensive. So, next time you should prepare your own, okay? This is not bought by my own money, it's belong to the Center of Excellence, you see. So, if it is destroyed, it will be bad for me, you see. That's why I have to be very careful of this thing. It's quite an expensive type. So, next time you should, get a hold of your own, right? To use, okay. All right, go ahead. Yes, discuss it. I'm just an audience now. So you discuss with your friends. And you're not going to play the video clip.
ให้ชีวิตก้าวหน้าได้ทุกวัน Your Everyday Progress ธนาคารแห่งชาติ I have one volunteer from the
Excuse me, I'm looking for my wallet.
wrong now? There is a, is it making a point that you're trying to make already? So next you say, why you show us the clip? What is it saying? What is the point?
This video show how it's important about getting ethics.
What? Why is it important? By that clip, it's telling us why it is important.
Because it will be meant for you.
So what was it that he did that he was not supposed to do?
He is not show polite.
He was not polite? No. What made you think that he was not? Which part suggested that he was not polite? He didn't say anything actually.
When he dance.
Oh, just when he danced. He was not polite? Oh, okay. Well, but that's how you dance these days, isn't it? Right. I would say, like, I don't see the connection very much between your video clip and the etiquettes of what you should not do. I would say, if you ask me, and you don't have to agree with me, but I would say that the girl was not very good. I mean, she came with a guy and she went and danced with another guy. And that's not ethical in my opinion, right? And also, he went on the stage to do that. And he was like, he was a clumsy guy. But she was really like not supportive. She made faces that she didn't like the guy for doing that. But, I would say she's rather critical of him. And I would say he was just himself, I think. He was a nerd, actually. He portrayed somebody that is not very good at relationships, right? And the girl might not like that. But I think the girl should, I don't know, what do you think? Should the girl show her dislike, obviously, or not? Or should have kept what she felt to herself? What do you think?ไม่มีใครเลยนะ If you don't participate, this class not going to go anywhere. You have to think and participate and talk. Anyhow, please try to find, I would have like found a video clip that show something bad, that you should not do on a date. Yes?
In my opinion,
Yes.
if you go was bad and relationship,
Talking to the microphone, please. Yes?
if the goal feel not good about God, she should tell God and say, stop. Before going there with another God.
Yes.
She should
Can you talk like this because the microphone, I know the microphone is very bad. Now, if I talk like this, you will hear, see? But that's why I keep my microphone like this, so that the camera will catch your voice. Like this. Can you? Be a singer. Do you know on the television, the singer holds the microphone like this. They don't do like this, you see. The sound doesn't come out very well. Yes, so please go on.
say stop and
Doesn't work, I think. Is it turned on? Hello. Oh, when I talk, it works. Okay. No one. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
But if she goes so bad, just bad at.
She, so you think you should tell the guy not to do the things that you don't like right now. With another guy. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes.
If I were that girl, I will keep my feeling to myself and go home.
Yes, and the next time don't go out with him.
Yes.
Because this time you agree,
Yes.
she agreed to go out with him. What do you think? You don't have to agree with her who thinks something else differently. Yes?
I agree with her, but like, I think you should tell him in a manner that is, like you respect his feelings, but
Yes.
you don't agree.
Gently.
Yeah, tell him gently, respectfully, but stop all relations here, because if this goes on, it's not gonna work.
So, you think it's not a good idea to allow him to still go on without realizing why, you dislike him or stop going out with him. I think you saying it's better to let him know and explain why you dislike him. Yes, I think so. Don't you think? No? So the girls would find it difficult to do that, right? Yeah, he might go and kill himself. Jump, jump out the window. What do you think? Or just not go out with him anymore? I think that's what you try. You have to discuss with the two guys about this, right? Did you prepare to discuss together? No, why not? I told you, everybody, please listen to me again. You have a group of 3. So, on every topic, you have to discuss that topic together first before going to the audience. Okay? So, you can't just stand there. You have to agree. You talk to each other before you come here. You talk to each other extensively, right? I'm going to show this, and then I'm going to say so, and you're going to say something else. Okay, you're going to disagree, he maybe disagree with him and things like that. You did agree on each other who's going to say what. Or else, you come here and there's no thought in your head of what to discuss. That's why I say you have to prepare beforehand how you're going to carry on the discussion on each topic. And you, listen, the leader,ฟังนะ so that I don't have to tell you again. The leader is the one who keeps asking questions of them. And if one of them says something, you say, oh, that's a good point, say. And then what do you think? Do you agree with him or not? And you might say, oh, no, I beg to differ. I don't think, I'm afraid I don't agree. Be polite, don't say I disagree. I'm afraid I don't agree with that because so and so. You see? And then you get them to discuss. You would say, oh, what if this happens? What if when you tell the guy why you dislike him and the guy got very sad and he might commit some acts, like throwing himself out of the window, commit suicide because some guys are very sensitive. So, what do you think if that happens? So should you tell him or should you just stop seeing him and ignore the guy? Okay? Would that be better? That kind of thing. And you would say something else. You should prepare to discuss together. คะแนนนี้ได้ 5 points. If you don't discuss on all 3 topics, you don't get the 5 points. See? Am I? Okay, please go ahead. And then after that, you then ask the class. What about you guys? What do you guys think about this? See? But then you would go to your PowerPoint slides, okay, first, and then you ask them more questions. But you should discuss the clip a little bit, right? Yes. Okay, please go on. Why don't you come and stand in here, all three of you? Yes, we have that that pointer. So you don't need anybody sitting there, right? Okay, now, go ahead. But don't stand in front. Okay. Yes, the best place to stand would be somewhere here, right? Okay, you stand here and then you talk about your PowerPoints.
I will show about definition.
Now, the thing is, when you present something, you don't have to say what you're going to do next. You do it, and they know. That's what you're doing. For example, you don't have to, okay, I'm going to role play now. Okay, I'm going to show the video clip now. You don't have to do that. So you just role play, and then they know, oh, you're role playing. And then you go and show the video clip, and they know, oh, you're showing the video clip. You don't have to tell them every time. Or you say, oh, I'm going to give you the definition. Something like that, you know. I think that, so you're going to say, okay, my topic of discussion is, that's what you say first. See, tell them the topic of your discussion. So, my topic of discussion is wooing and dating etiquettes. What are, what? Definition of what? Yeah. What is the definition to seek affection or love? I don't know what the definition of this is. Please write in a complete sentence. So you say, what is this one? What is this one? This refers to a reference or not? So, oh my God, you didn't look at my example. Who has the example? How you write a handout? I gave you an example. Okay, let me show you my example again. ครูแจกไปแล้ว What have you been doing, huh? You didn't see my example? แจกไปแล้ว I distributed it. I talked about it last time. How you write your handout. Okay, let me switch this off and go to class 3, I think. I printed this out and gave it to you all. What should see? Now everyone, please look again from now on. If you don't do it, you get very low score, nah? Don't come crying Argentina to me. Okay? Because I already gave you topic. Name. Are you saying this? I distributed this to you already. And your ID, okay, student ID, abstract, introduction. Now, whenever it's not your thing, you took it from someone else, reference. What is one? Oh, you did that. But why on the PowerPoint you don't do that? You do the same thing on the PowerPoint. Whatever is not yours, you took it from someone else. It's the idea of someone else. You need to put the reference. Okay, you did it over here, but you didn't do it on your PowerPoint. I thought that you. Oh my God, no. No. Wait a minute. Where is your PowerPoint? Here. Pro. How do you enlarge that? How do you enlarge this? Oh, okay. Do the bracket. according, it's not easy to change right now. It's time consuming. Because you have to say according to what? According to what? Who is? Yeah, who wrote this for you? You did. So why didn't you put that on the PowerPoint? If you wrote this, then that's what you put on the PowerPoint slides. Why is it different? Why the PowerPoint slides are different from your? They should contain at least this and a little bit more details. Okay, this is just a summary. You can't say, oh, one, color that. No one does it like this, please. I have to teach you how to do it properly, you see. So, นี่อะไรอ่ะ What is it? EG? Oh! For example, right? Must be a dot there. There is a dot there. EG dot. EG dot. EG. I thought it's engineering. But for example, but don't use shorthand like that. Example, EX. Shorthand. Don't worry about it. It's time consuming. You're wasting time. Don't change it now. Don't edit it now. It's too late. Show it. Talk. Okay.
Moving is to seek the affection or love of someone. Like you moving a woman and you like him. Dating is it's an ethical rule that you need to follow when you are going to date.
Dating ethics.
Yes, dating ethics.
Etiquette. Wow, this is singular. It's an ethical rule that you need to follow when you are going out on a date. For example,
You must go on time.
or you must arrive on time.
And this picture show when vocabulary and man.
That is late. And it's under this, right? Or else you're gonna take away what your point. You have to say picture taken from blah 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 blah. But you copy and paste the whole thing. Give a reference.
And this picture show the man pay for all dinner. For his
For everything
For
during
everything.
dinner, the entire dinner. And you are saying that that's what you should do. A man, right? That's what the man should do. You're saying. Of course, you can discuss about that, and we have, right? We have discussed about that already. So some say it's not necessary for the guy to pay for the whole thing. So that's certain things that can be discussed later on. Okay, go ahead.
This picture show if you go to date,
You go on a
go on
date.
a date,
Mhm.
you must wear a polite suit.
Okay, we can discuss about that too. So these are all things. You understand? This is a class called critical thinking. So things could be, it could depend on different people's opinion, right? And so, are you going to get the class or your friends to discuss about that? No? You're not prepared to discuss? Go ahead then. And what I would do is then I would say these things and then I would get your friends to say, what do you think? Do you think that it's necessary that you have to wear a suit and tie when you go on a date or not? That's a question that you can ask and get your friends to discuss this, right? Because it might not be necessary. What do you guys think? Nowadays, do you have to wear a suit and tie to go on a date, on all dates? No, right? You see, That only a special occasions where you might have to meet the parents maybe. Or you are taking her to a prom or a party, you know, like a formal party or a formal dance, something like that, when you have to dress up. Right, so that could be an argument that you prepare to argue among yourself. Guys, spend time to prepare for your discussion. Not turn up and then don't know what to say. Go ahead, please.
This picture shows the man talk with his girlfriend with a polite student.
With the what?
Polite.
Or impolite.
Polite tone.
Polite tone. So she likes it.
I don't know.
Oh, what's your point? What's your point?
I think she like.
So you're trying to say you should talk politely on a date, right? Oh, that's your point. Data point. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Question.
Don't tell me question. Go ahead. Announce the question. Just ask the questions. Why don't you? And you know you're asking. We know you're asking questions. You don't have to announce it. Like video clip and then show the video and come to announce question and then ask a question. มันไม่ใช่ That's not how we do things. You understand? You just ask question. Okay, you say this. Let me ask you guys a question.
Let me ask you guys.
And then you ask a question.
Do you think dating is important to make a relationship?
Oh, so you're asking whether it's necessary to go on a date before you have a relationship. So you're saying who thinks that dating is unnecessary to have a relationship? That's what you're saying.
Yes.
It's not necessary for you guys to date at all to have a relationship. So what do you think going out with each other is? That's dating, isn't it? When you have to get to know each other and you go out with each other, that's dating, isn't it? So why are you asking this question? Huh? How you get to know each other if you don't go out? Oh, hello. Who are you? How do you look like? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What is the major? What did you know? What is your job? And that's it. Hello, I'm going to marry you. You just talk to each other on the phone. You don't go out. Maybe this question should not be asked. Okay, so obvious, no? Go to the next question. This is a bit too small. Go to the next question.
Do you think is it really necessary to go on time when you are going to get?
Okay. Are you going to have any opinion? Discuss with them first. Okay.
With the first question, can I say?
Oh, okay. You have an opinion. All right.
Okay, if a couple met in the class and many people like this, it is called a date, it is called just to come and know each other enough and we can have a relationship.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. Okay. So you're saying that you just get to know each other.
Enough.
Oh, enough. What do you guys think? What do you think?
I don't agree because
Oh, please don't say I don't agree. Say, I'm afraid
I'm afraid I don't agree because I think if you are happy with your couple, then I don't think you need to have a date.
Oh, you agree with him. Why do you say you don't agree? I thought you were saying you don't agree with that guy because he was the one who said it before you did. He was the one who said this, that you don't need a date. Then you have to say I agree with him. You have to say you agree with him.
I think, in my opinion, is dating is very important because
it's a big day that at least it is memory and also to get know each other, to know your manners, something like that.
Okay, so now you point out, when you go out on a date, that's a memory. It's good memory to have.
Yes, memory.
Good memory. What you got? Yeah, you เป็น leader ใช่ไหม Don't just agree with everything. You take my word and you ask the audience what you guys think. Don't turn your back to the audience. What you guys think? Ask.
What you guys think?
What you guys
think?
There are many microphones while you're holding it. Okay, give to anyone who wants to say.
You talk about relationships in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be dating relationship. It can be platonic relationship.
Platonic.
Yeah.
So are you saying it's necessary to go on a date?
No, but sometimes the relationship that doesn't require dating. But it's
No. We're talking about dating and moving. There's a topic about discussion.
still
Okay, so when you're going on a date and you're wooing, that means that you're not expecting platonic relationship anymore, right? You're expecting something more.
So I think in that case.
When you woo someone นี่คือจีบ in Thai. See, if you want just a platonic relationship, you don't จีบใช่ไหม Yes, you don't start to say, oh, you cute, I like you, or something like that. Or you do certain nice things to her, or ask her for a date. If you are, I could say, some would say that when you get to know, as you said, you get to know each other in class when you come to school, and you think that's good enough to get to know a person, right? But then how she knows that she is your special person? And when she is with her friends, it's difficult for you to personally talk to her or try to impress her and get her to know you better. You see, that's an argument, right? You could argue with me then on that. What do you say? Are you discussing my topic? I'm saying that I'm just arguing with him to say that sometimes going out to date, on a date, it's important. And you get to know her better because you get her to yourself. You understand? Get her to yourself ก็คือมีกันสองคน It's not like she's in a group of friends and she then doesn't get to know you personally better. She might not know that you're actually considering her a special person for you. And that's why sometimes dating is important, see?
Yes, you said that it's difficult, but it's not all the time.
Possible. And how do you then get her to actually
In some couple,
know you better?
if one of them like each other, I think the other one that doesn't need to do anything.
Not go on a date. You agree with this? Who does not agree? Anyone? You don't have to agree, you don't have to disagree. What? Anyone? You can ask what you... เนี่ยเอาหลังให้คนนี้สลบเลย You looking at that. You can say, what if, you can say what if, right? Invent a scenario for them to think about. If you don't go out on a date, then someone, you're not you don't have your personal time, see, with each other. And what do you think? You expect you would like a guy to ask you out on a date before you commit yourself to be girlfriends and boyfriend. Is it enough to just, okay, know him in passing, not have the personal time to talk to each other, to get to know each other? Is that enough?
If they talk in the class and have other people, this is called date and personal
Not
time.
dating.
Yes, it's not
It-
dating,
it's
but
not
they have
dating.
personal time too, right?
Yes, but you know, if you sort of you talk to her when she has her friends around, right? How you sort of get to know, you know, how she's like
I think
personally.
if we spend time enough,
Oh, if you spend time enough alone together, that's dating.
yeah. No,
Oh, it is.
this is not me alone.
No, it is dating. Yeah, you don't have to go to a bar or a club to call dating. You can walk around together alone in the campus. That's dating, isn't it? You're sort of wooing and dating a person. That's a personal time together.
I think the question is to make a relationship.
To
not-
make a
Not to
relationship.
continue a relationship, right? If we spend time together enough
Yes.
and have a relationship already, and we can continue in there, not for make a relationship. You get?
Oh, this is to, what is the
To
question?
make,
What time
to
is-
make
Where?
the first one.
Oh, to make a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. คือไม่มี in English.
Right?
No one in English says make a relationship.
He
It's
said,
just have a relationship. And thought he said. I thought he meant to have a relationship.
but I thought he meant to start a relationship.
And
Can
to
we
start a
have-
relationship, yeah, what do you mean? You say this is special relationship, not just friend, platonic relationship, no? I thought he meant non-platonic relationship. What do you actually mean in your question? It's not clear. What does the relationship here means? What do you mean by that?
To be a girlfriend.
To have non-platonic relationship. It's not just, you know, friendly platonic relationship when you can be friends and, you know, just on passing, talking while she's surrounded by people, right? And you can have relationship, platonic relationship, but if he means a special relationship, right? Then I think that you need to find the opportunity so that you know you're alone with each other. Or else, I don't think she would consider you as a special person. Yes?
boyfriend
Uh-huh.
moving nowadays moving is contains to phone line application Facebook
Ah.
not going to meet but moving
Right? Okay, so the question could be then, girls, if a guy hit on you using the iPhone on your smartphone, wooing you online, what would you consider? Would you consider him kindly or not? Instead of coming to talk to you in person, if he woos you online using Line or emails or Facebook, would you consider the guy kindly or not? Would you? I think that's a logical, legitimate question, right? He might wonder. He's saying, you don't need to go and have a personal interaction with the person. You can use your digital technology, Line or Facebook, to hit on a girl, to woo a girl on that. What do you think? If the guy woos you, could be possible, like, online dating, right? But then, don't you think, I don't know, what do you guys think? Huh? Is that okay? You will consider a guy who just email you or write to you on the Facebook, to woo you on the Facebook, instead of coming to talk to you personally? What do you think? Think about it. What do you think? Come on. What are you doing? Not thinking. It's not possible in my class, okay? Oh, you think something, say it. Don't be afraid. Yes?
In my opinion, I think it's necessary, but I think someone when a long relationship, it can be okay. It's nothing.
Or if you already accept and agree that okay, we are girlfriend and boyfriends, then you don't have to go on a date anymore.
For me, maybe not, but someone this can be okay, and it's have a first time or.
Okay, but that's not my question. But anyhow, do you have any more questions? What are your opinions on? Okay, let me ask my questions instead. You should get involved in the discussion, okay? You have to have opinions on this. Okay, so my question is if I can open this up. It's gone to sleep now. For example, you could have asked this. Should you court a girl who already has a boyfriend? Why don't you ask that? See, this is pertinent question, isn't it? Instead of, whether dating is necessary or not. Why don't you ask this? This is etiquette, the ethics of courting. Do you go and hit on a girl when she's already got a boyfriend? What do you think? Yes? Anyone? You think you should or you should not? You know she already has a boyfriend. But you like her. She's so nice. She's so beautiful. So sexy. I like her very much. Why shouldn't I also hit on her? Isn't it my right? I might have a chance. So you go and woo her even though she's already got a boyfriend. Do you think that's good or not? It's up to you. Come on, guys.
Can I say?
What do you think? Yes.
If you're asking that if it's good or bad, why we asking
Should
this
you
question?
do it or not?
But
that's my
you
question.
say it's good or bad. We all know it's
Why
wrong.
no? It's the same. Oh, okay. So even though it's wrong,
Why
you
we ask
think
the
that
question
you
that
will
we
do
know
it?
the answer already?
no.
But you ask good.
According to certain people, this is not bad. That's why they do it.
Okay, let's
Oh,
ask this.
that's why I'm asking you. You don't, some of you may think it's okay. It's not bad. See?
This is not my opinion, but I think someone who say it's good because I just teach her that is, I want to reply my answer or not.
It's up to her.
It's up to her.
It's her choice.
Yeah.
She should have many choices.
Yeah.
And same to you. You can have many kids. That's the same thing. So I can ask you back that if you already have a girlfriend, you think it's okay to have more than one at the same time? No? Why? Girls, come on. What do you think? เพื่อนไปไหนมาวะพรุ่งนี้นะ Where have you been? Huh? Toilet. Ma, where's the microphone? เธออยากอยู่ตรงนู้นเหรอ What do you think?
I think it's okay to have more than one partner at a time if everyone in that relationship agrees on it, like a polygamous relationship. Or even like a polygamous relationship, but only on the basis that it is consensual.
Yes. So as long as you tell everyone, I'm going out with that guy too, as well as you, and the guy agrees. You think it is okay? What do you think?
Yeah, I totally
Agree.
with her that there's such things as a open relationship where there's more than two parties involved. So if all people know what is going on, it is fine.
You think so? Now, my son would say it destroys. Suppose that her boyfriend is actually very close friend of yours in the same group. Would that destroy your friendship with your, guy friend? What about it?
Personally, I wouldn't do that because we have others like.
Yeah. With other people it's fine, but not your close friend. Girl, not your close friend, girl. Okay, so let me move on. Is anybody would like to say anything else? Yes.
I think that is wrong for me because I think every girl wants to be the only one.
Yes. For guys, no? So you would not accept it if the guy comes and tell you, I'm going with the other girl too. Just to let you know, I'm going out with another girl too. You would accept. Would you accept?
I think it depends on related.
No, when you now girlfriend. One. Now, so guys, listen to this. You might accept, but the girls don't accept. Okay, you listen to this. Anybody would accept that the guy doesn't pay you just sole attention to you as his sole girlfriend, but has more than one girlfriend at a time. Would you accept that? He tells you honestly, I'm going out with another girl too. Would you accept that? Who would accept that? Who would accept that? I don't think any girl accept that. Anyone would accept that. You see? So, the girl says, I can go out with more than one guy at the same time, but the guy cannot go out with more than one girl at the same time. Is that fair? Is that fair? Is that fair, you think? No? But that's life, guys. Why do you think it's not fair? You want her now. When would you take her or him to see the parents? What do you think? How many months or days, how many years into the relationship before you take the girl to meet the parents? Anyone would like to answer that? To meet the parents?
My opinion.
Uh-huh. Oh, but sometimes the girl doesn't want to say it. They don't come out and say, it's time you should take me to see your parents now. See, because she would think she's losing face to tell you to take her to see the parents. Because she may think that it is up to the boy. If the boy considers me seriously enough, then that boy would automatically take me to the parents. So as long as he still does not want to introduce me to his parents, that means that he is still not serious with me. See? So you can't expect the girl to come out and tell you to do it. What do you think, girls? How long? Yes?
Can I ask you a question? Like, why do you think it's important to
meet the parents?
To meet the parents?
2 points. Yes, I don't know. The thing is, from what I heard, girls would feel that it's not me that think it's important, but in the society, I learned that girls will feel that the boys are not serious with them as long as they introduce the girl to the parents. So as long as you're not introduced to the guy's parents, you are still uncertain about your position. He's not serious with you yet, you see. That's what the girls will feel. What do you think?
how can you know every girl will feel like you?
Oh, I'm not saying I feel like that. Like what I kept telling you, when I voice an opinion, don't assume it's my opinion. ไม่ใช่นะ I don't have to believe anything and I say. I'm just, I'm saying from what I heard, from what I have learned.
Okay, so
They
so
would
what do you
feel
think?
that. What do you think about that? I might not feel like that.
So what makes you think every girl will feel like you have none?
How do you think? Not everybody, I would say, yes. But from my experience of knowing a lot of girls, as I'm a girl, right? They would not feel that the guy's serious enough if they're not introduced to the parents.
Okay, I think I met a lot of girls who have been
Yeah,
in a relationship.
and you think that not introducing her to the parents still means that you're serious with it.
No.
Ow! That's the point I'm trying to make. If you're not serious with the girl, it's okay not to introduce them to the parents. It's okay. I'm not saying that whoever you're dating, you have to take them to the parents. No, I'm not saying that. Not what I'm saying. People, many girls would think that. That's why a girl would feel that you're not committed to her yet if you don't introduce her to the parents yet. Because not every guy will introduce the girl to the parents. They keep going out with each other for like 10 years without the girl being introduced to the parents. They don't take the girl to the guy's home. ไม่พาไปบ้านนะ Okay, so you don't have to. The thing is, I'm saying, yes.
So, what about if the parent don't understand about their relationship?
What do you mean don't understand?
So,
The parents doesn't like the girl, you mean? No?
I didn't mean like that, but if the parent don't want their kid to have relationship with another girl because it's not their age yet.
So you're saying that's why you wait.
So some parents want their kid to have very good girl to marry with their kid.
This is a different point. Don't like the girl or just don't like for him to have a girl. Two different things.
I think it's the same.
No, it's not the same. Some parents, it's okay. The parents want the son to have a girlfriend. It's just that they don't like this girlfriend, this girl in particular.
So, but the parent didn't know the girl yet. But
I don't know what your question is. Which one? I say, what if the parents don't like the girl? No, try. I will try to understand you.
Even though they are serious,
They're serious.
the parent don't understand them. So the guys cannot take the girl
To see the parents. Because he is afraid that the parents
not gonna like
would not like it that he has a girlfriend now.
yes.
So the guy will keep the relationship a secret. What was my question?
You say that.
But the thing is, I'm asking whether what was the question? I think how long? I asked you how long. I mean, suppose that you already have a job, The thing is, I'm saying, as long as you don't, you know that your parents do not like it, but then you don't commit, you're never gonna marry the girl, right? That means the girl is insecure. As long as you keep the relationship a secret, that you're gonna be able to convince a girl, don't go to see the parents, but then that means that you're not committing yet. You gonna like go and get married secretly? Is that what you're proposing? See, so I'm asking that is it you think that okay in a relationship you can be serious without ever taking the girl to see the parents if they still living? Are you saying that? So you just gotta see her and say, okay, let's get married. Like in the US, you go to Las Vegas, get married. You don't need the consent of the parents at all, right?
I think right now.
What about in Thailand? Is it? Yes, what are we going to say?
Right now, like the couple don't want. I mean, they don't care.
Don't care about the
their
parents.
Family.
Okay, right. So you're saying that in the modern days now, couples don't care that much about the parents anymore, whether they have the consent of the parents or not anymore. Everybody agrees with that? Anybody doesn't agree with that? That nowadays it has become unimportant that the parents know about your relationship or not. Is that true? So I can change my attitude. No, I know I can update my knowledge, update my brain now because I have to move with the time. If you're telling me that right now the parents have become not very important anymore, yes?
In my opinion, my family, when I date someone, I tell them everything about who I'm dating or when I have a date like that. I think it's
That's still important. Yes. What about you guys? Anyone? Like, do you feel? See, so this is because you are entitled your opinion, right? The guys over here says that it is not important anymore nowadays to get the parents involved. However, this girl over here say yes, the parents are still important to them. See, so we listen to each other, okay? We don't have to agree with each other, all right? Wait a minute. One more question. What do you think about when a guy is dating you and of course are you going to be nice to her, like open the car door for her and open the door for her to go in first? When you cross the street, you sort of, have your hand behind her back. When you go into a restaurant, you pull out the chair for her. This is the practice. Are you doing this, guy? You are? Are you not doing it? Who is not doing these things? And this is not important. They should like me for myself and not for what I do. What I behave when we go out dating. What do you think? Because you realize that a lot of girls get married to foreigners because they do this. You know that, right? So they prefer foreign guys to Thai guys because foreign guys do this. And when they get married, they take care of the kids. They carry the kids around. And the wife walks free. Did you see that? It's really true, right? But not the time of the Thai guys. So I'm asking you, okay, you're doing this, right? You say sometimes you do this. Open the car door and everything. Open the door. When you get married to her, are you going to be doing the same thing? You're going to do the same thing after you marry her or not? Anyone? You think you should do it or not? Yes?
I think
Or you should, be yourself, be the same before and after marriage.
I'm gonna say like that.
Oh! So if you're not going to do it for her, after you marry, don't don't do it for her before marriage. No? Why pretend that you're a nice guy?
It makes your girlfriend
Oh, of you?
but for someone, but I think you should be yourself better than
The question is whether you think you should be yourself or pretend to be a nice guy.
If it's yourself, that's okay. But if it's not yourself,
If you are actually a nice guy, for real, then that's okay. but if you're not, I mean, I swear a lot, I sort of,
because if you try to do like
that's me, I should not pretend to be a polite and nice guy. Yeah. And when you eat it, oh no, that's almost no, you need to. Don't pretend to be someone else. Is that the point? I mean, is that cool? You just don't pretend to be a nice guy, and then after you get married, you change back into your original real self. And is that good or bad? I mean, be yourself.
be yourself, but too polite.
And also polite. So you have to be polite. And after you marry her, you still let her walk into the door before you. The time that no one went over there, and the wife walk after you get married. Hi guys, change it. Don't you think what do you guys do? Are you gonna change? Yes?
Change to be a polite guy for them.
Right. So you mean, what do you mean? You mean before you get married, why are you wooing a girl? You change yourself then to be polite and nice and helpful. And then you remain like that after you get married. That's what you say. So don't pretend, be it for real. Change in your mind. Is that realistic though? You think so? Because you might say, after you get married, ใช่ไหม ของตายอ่ะ she's not my wife now. Then why should I now pretend to be nice? Are you gonna look after the child and get up in the morning or at night to feed the baby? Or wife, the baby is crying, get up and feed the baby. Or you gotta sort of, help her with watching, cleaning. What do you think? So you will help her as much as you can. Okay. Listen, he's saying he's gonna help her as much as he can. Okay. So, and you have a girlfriend or not? Yeah. Girl, listen. Like, you have a girlfriend or not? No, he doesn't have a girlfriend. Cannot believe you. Anyhow, I think we have discussed this topic a lot already. Let's move on to another topic. During this time, whoever wants to go to the restroom, you can just leave and come back. We're not going to have an official break because whenever you do that, we do that. Then some of you don't return and you disappear for a long time and we can't start the next topic on time. So, please begin.
Okay, so my topic today is London and fake news. So I'm gonna show you a video and let's talk about it together.
recently discovered colony of penguins is unlike any other. They don't need to huddle together every winter for protection against the bitter cold, because these little fellas can do something no other penguins can.
Okay, so this video, you know B.Sc, right? It's released in 28 and 8 without any clue. But now we know it's 1st of April. You know 1st of April?
The 1st of April, April Fool's Day?
Yes, April Fool's Day. And in that day, actually some group actually believe it penguin can fly. I have a question. Is this one include to be a fake news?
Can you call this fake news?
Can you call this fake news?
What do you think? What would you define fake news? It's up to you. You have not defined fake news.
Okay.
It depends on your definition of fake news.
So let's talk about the video later after fake news.
Question.
You have a question?
No. I'm just saying I'm always having a question. So
Okay.
instead of answering, I would sort of give a question.
Okay, so fake news in my definition is the news or story that created by the false, not true story.
Wrong format again, references. Why did you keep this format? No? Yeah. Toอะไรเนี่ย change it, okay? You're using the wrong format. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the fake news, easy way to describe it is the news that is a fake story.
It's not true.
Yes.
It's made up.
It's made up.
That's fake news.
Yes.
That's it?
Yes. So the video, can we call it fake news?
The thing is, you didn't read the whole definition, you see. The definition according to one is that to make false.
Oh, this one is false slander.
Or slander. This one is very, right in full sentences. Next
I wrote it in the hand.
News or stories created to deliberately misinform or deceive readers. Oh! This is like, you have to read. It could be a video clip, right? So, according to this definition, this question is whether the video clip he showed could be called fake news or not. It could be called. The thing is, if they make it up as a joke, would you still call it fake news? If it's just a joke, it's still fake news, you think? Huh? I'm discussing. What do you think?
It's still fake news.
So whatever that is not true, and it's spread out for everybody to see, right? Then you call it fake news. Whether it's done out of a, feeling that it's to make a joke,
Yes.
it's still a fake news.
Even the purpose of the maker wants,
Yes,
like,
want to make
everyone
fun.
knows that penguin cannot fly, but it's misinforming some group of people that doesn't.
And what is wrong with that? See, I'm discussing now. I'm sorry. You have other PowerPoints?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I like discussing. When you say something, I always question. So,
Okay.
discussion, right?
So this sentence says that banana is as good as drug for treating HIV, says scientists.
So,
We all know it's not true, right?
do we?
But the purpose of I think is what is the case like the video. It's made for a joke, but it's included in the fake news.
Of course, isn't it? If by that the definition that you say, then it would be fake news.
So next. Okay, let's talk about slander. Slander is make false and damaging statement about someone or something. And let's talk about slander and libel.
Libel.
Libel. You know what is different between slander and libel? Okay, so slander is like a word that comes from someone's mouth, but libel is a written form.
It's a written form.
Yes. So that's one. Okay, so let's discuss about this. So if the news is full of fake stories, how can we know? How can we spot it? The fake one.
Can we? Really? Right now, I think there are many, in my opinion, there could be a lot of news spreading around, say online to Facebook. That it's very difficult for you to check or to really know whether it's true or false. So what do we do actually? Can we spot that? It's so, right now the technology is so advanced. Like, you watch the Disney film Lion King, it's so realistic, isn't it? And animation technology is so very advanced. They can make things seem so real, like, in Star Wars, they make, the Queen, Leia, she's already dead, but you can still see her in later Star Wars films. So I would say that it is becoming very difficult to spot whether it's really true or not. And the question is then, so what would you do? Not how, but what would you do if you read an article, something that is sent to you? How many percentage do you think you can believe? You believe it immediately and resend it immediately? Who does that when you read something? Like banana can cure cancer, this kind of thing. A lot of things are sent out. It's fake, misinformation, right? How many percentages of all these that you read, say online, that you actually immediately believe in and immediately forward it to your friends? Read, believe, send, resend. Like this. You don't do that? No. Microphone, anyone would like to offer your opinion on this? Anyone? You're not getting points now. This girl is getting more points now. And your points will be even lower, and the more she gets, the less you get. You understand? Also say something. You too, the other guys in the group, what do you think? You have to join in the discussion.
Okay, so if no one
What?
talk, I guess
This
we'll-
is a very important point to discuss. Do you realize about the misinformation and fake news that are going on, say, during the election, the general election in the US? Are you talking about that as an example? Yes? Who knows what's going
In
on?
my opinion, I think I should deal with to check different from the news. Yeah. So
You check first.
yeah, to see the truth, of this website.
Who would you check with? Mostly.
The website, such as the BBC News. I think BBC News is
Reliable.
yeah.
But he just showed the news that it's actually fake news.
They
Just
say
made
that
up for fun.
April story.
Huh?
April Fool Day.
The what? I'm sorry.
It is April Fool Day.
It was April Fool Day. So you know that but still a lot of people believe that. They didn't realize it and it was done for fun.
I think that's there. There's a lot of fake news, so you should recognize in April Fool Day.
On April Fool Day.
Yeah. That's contain a lot of fake news. So
But the
you
thing
can-
is, your example still doesn't like it's not dangerous to believe it. But there are a lot of fake news that if you do believe it can be very dangerous. If you act upon it and you think, okay, banana can kill cancer and you believe it, and you go and eat a lot of banana instead of having chemotherapy or believe your doctors, then that can be very dangerous, right? Right. So let me ask you guys, why you so quiet? Anybody can tell me what happens in the general election in the US? It's got to do with fake news, yes?
Is it the one about the Facebook, the Facebook one?
I don't know, tell me what it is. maybe.
The current president Donald Trump, he collaborated secretly with Facebook, like
Yeah.
outside the
Supposedly, you cannot prove. Can you prove it yet?
No.
Yeah, it is claimed, yeah? Yeah. So, yes. Please go on.
And he tries to get data from millions upon millions of Facebook users to cater like what his next presidential campaign should be like to attract the most people. And they show all these fake news, all these fake stories about how good he is.
And also how bad the other guys, his competitors are, when actually they're not true, right? And in his first election as well, what was the role of Russia? Do you know? Anyone else? You got a point? Anyone would like to join in? What did Russia do? You want to say something, about Russia? Yes.
Like they rigged the elections.
By doing what?
I'm not really sure, but that's like the Mueller report that came out.
Yeah.
And the person tried to stop, but like it's out now. Yeah, 3,000 pages. So
Yeah.
the report.
He was investigating
Yeah.
the role of Russia in trying to change the result of the election. So they have what we call trolls. Have you heard about trolls? And China does it too. Do you know that? To try to affect opinions of people in another country. You see a lot of news that are saying, oh, China is so good and Xi Jinping is so good and there are so many good things now so advanced and modern in China and all these things. This is the work of trolls. that these countries will hire, actually room full of computers. Really. Sometimes you don't need any people. You know about that? No any person working on the computers, but the computers will use information like, you go on Facebook and you read some news and you say you like it or not like it, like or dislike. All these likes and dislikes are information that you put in a model, right? And the model will crank out and tell and allow you to know what kind of news you will send to that person, so that that person will hate another person. For example, in the election in the US, Russia will do this. Okay, they analyze the data about one person and knows if you send this person this kind of picture that is doctor, which are doctor, you sort of Photoshop photos of, say, Hillary Clinton to make her look in a different way so that this person would dislike her because this person has this personality and this person dislikes someone doing this or that or looking like this or looking angry or serious, or send anything that will make one person dislike the other representatives. This is the way they interfere with the previous, supposedly, this interfere with the election last time when Trump got elected. And Mueller was the investigator, the lead investigator to try to find out whether Trump actually knows that Russia is doing this, to make people actually hate Hillary Clinton more and more because they got to read all these bad things, which are some true, some not true at all, about the other candidates, right? And that's why they elected Trump instead of other candidates, you see. So Mueller actually reported that this really actually happened. Russia interfered a lot, and also China was supposedly interfering with the election in Australia. And Australian government came out to, say this. So I think the powerful countries are now involved in this kind of misinformation and fake news. And in our election last time, I think a lot of us became victims of misinformation and fake news as well. A lot, because you will find that it leads to divisivity. People becomes split up into different groups, and one group hates the other group so much, and the other group will hate another group, and it's divisive. Divisive means we split up the country into groups that have so much animosity, hate towards other groups of people, okay, and come out and say very bad things. So that's why I asked you to talk about this, right? So when you see fake news, what do? He suggests that you first check. So you don't believe first, right? What else can you do? Suppose you read something and you suspect that this is not believable. You first check with somebody that is the authority on that subject, right? First. But if you can't find any authority on the subject, or you really know that this is really fake news, that is trying to say very bad things. For example, about China, the general who wears a lot of watches, expensive watches. Now, he said he borrowed it. Okay, whether we believe it or not, I don't know. But anyhow, we sort of was very skeptical about that. However, he did actually wear a lot of expensive watches. However, many other news about him. You remember there was some picture of him having tea at some tea or cafe or something up north. And supposedly it's very expensive tea. And they show in the picture he was having tea with his crony. And the news said that is, I don't know how many thousand baht. Huh? And actually, later on, they came out and said, that was fake news. He never went to have tea or anything. That was just a picture of him sitting around somewhere, just drinking very cheap tea or something like that. And they just made into, that's fake, an example of fake news. But the thing is, we are ready to believe it because we heard other news of him that we believe. So we start to believe anything bad about the guy. They come out. So what do we do? You should ask. What are the questions we have? Sorry, I sort of take over your thing. Yes, you have questions to ask.
The question.
Oh yes.
There's a question about this.
You haven't finished?
Okay.
Yeah, you done?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then we come to this. The first lady asked the second one, you don't repeat the gossip, right? And the man said that, no, she started. You get it?
No. Let me read it again. I can't see very well here. No, she starts it. I don't get it. So, what is the point? Explain, please.
The point that if the first lady wants to talk about who starts the news, she will never know who started without telling the man telling the second lady started.
So, this is like a cynical thing. Like she actually was telling her the gossip. She was telling her the gossip, and then she said not to repeat it to other people. So in fact, she is the one who's guilty of gossiping. Right? Are you saying that? Because she would know, she would have known about the gossip if she didn't start it. So actually, she was guilty of gossiping.
No.
No? Not your point? What's your point?
My point is, nowadays the gossip is very easy to spread by. And this girl know the gossip. But this girl wants to tell this girl. But this lady doesn't know that this lady is the one who started the gossip.
So this girl was the one who started the gossip. Herself, I see. Alright.
So the point is we will never know if the man is not telling us that who started.
So what is so wrong about fake news?
Misinformation to the
Right. It's just not saying the real truth, but why it's so wrong? Do you know? This gossiping, what is a serious repercussion that can come out of your gossiping and telling fake news to other people? Like, you know that there it's happening, whether you know it or not, that you have cyberbullying. You know about cyberbullying? So people can go up on the computer and send out messages like, say, to girls, let's say, you are a slut, you are a bad girl, you don't deserve to live, go and kill yourself. Why don't you hang yourself? You're so ugly, and things like that. This is more like, it's called cyberbullying, but it's part of like going to online and tell other people, this girl is a slut. She slept with many boys. I'm sorry, for example. She slept with so many boys, okay? So you should shame her. And everybody believes that. And they kept emailing or, sending messages saying, you should not live, you do not deserve, you're a bad girl, you are a slut, and things like that, calling the girl names. And this happening a lot. The girl the girl can't stand it, and they hang themselves. A lot of them kill themselves. So it can actually have very serious, life-threatening consequences, from sending out fake news, saying bad things about other people that's not true, right? That's why I'm asking you to discuss it. You have questions? Other questions? Or we can move on. Actually, it's almost time. I want to have to give it to the next person to present his work now. We have 20 minutes left. It's copyright, right? Yes. So, why did you stop? Oh, this has got to do with copying someone else's work in the exam. It's not that copyright. Copyright is when you create certain piece of work, like a paper or research work, and you write a report, someone else copy that and announce it. It's their own.
Cheating from exam.
It's a kind of what?
Plagiarism.
Oh, it's a kind of plagiarism, very small and unserious one.
Yeah, but it is subset.
It is, you think? Okay, we got it. So your topic is also plagiarism as well, right?
So this video will show us about a student who cheating on exam. And the question is,
Where is your pen now? Oh! Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay. Okay, the question is, if you can do exam, will you copy a friend who beside you?
If you can do it.
If you can do it, can't.
Oh, are you gonna cheat on the exam? Oh, where's your hand out there? This one, the one. Where's yours?
It's down there. Can I go to it?
Okay, go ahead.
Cái tăng nha.
Now your question should be, if you have the chance to do it, and nobody is going to catch you at it, would you do it?
Yes.
Are you answering me?
I mean, question is like.
Your question need to state it clearly. They don't know how to answer. You know, because this has got to do with corruption as well, hasn't it?
Yes.
Because a lot of times you commit some corruption. You feel nobody is gonna catch me at it. You sign just crack one signature, you get 300 million baht. Why not? Why not? Nobody is gonna catch me doing it. You're talking about exams, it's a small thing, isn't it? Whoops. Yes.
So answer.
You copy someone else's song. That's what you should talk about. Or you burn the disc, CD. Immediately, as a singer wrote a song, a new one, and produced a CD, it's already copied and sold cheaply, like 100 baht already. That's more serious repercussion, isn't it?
This is just an example, but not the Y one. But the Y one isn't it? Like.
Okay, please quickly go to that most important one because we don't have much time.
Plagiarism can be defined as the practice of taking someone else's word or idea and passing them as your own. So this action is actually illegal. For example, it's just like when you do a report, you copy article from internet and paste it into your own and then submit to your teacher. Yeah, and I believe that this action has most students has do this, including
You have
also,
done it,
yeah.
yes, including yourself.
I have did it.
Have done it. So you think it's serious? You should do it, or why not? Join in discussion.
I think that Google already have more detail, but the main one is just we want to thinking about it. Just only thinking skill, but not the detail.
I don't get what you're trying to say. Can you say it again? Google has what?
Detail.
Detail about what?
Anything. It's
Also, if you Google, you can find out the information about everything now from Google.
Yeah, but the one
So?
that Google don't have is just like you don't have thinking skill, just like critical thinking. Google can provide it.
But Google cannot.
Cannot provide it.
So, what's your point?
So the question is, do you think that copy article is internet is the best way to submit to your teacher?
And so you're trying to say, You try to ask whether that's wrong or not. I mean, does anyone say that you can do it and there's nothing wrong with that, right? You're asking whether there's anyone here that thinks that copying something from Google, use it word by word, copy and paste, is okay, right? Who thinks so? He's asking. Anybody thinks it's okay? Who says okay? What's wrong with that? Now, if you are saying that it's wrong, then you have to tell me why it is wrong. You can't just say, oh, it's wrong, it's wrong. Don't ask me why, right? It's not enough in my class, right? Why can't you do it? What's so wrong about that? It's there for everybody to read. Google is open, it's www. Blah, blah, blah. You search, you want to find any information, it's out there. So it should be free, everybody can use it. Why can't we copy it and paste it? And submit it as your own work? Why not? Anyone? What is really wrong with that? Do you have the answer? That's what you should say.
Can I speak question?
Huh?
Can I speak a question? Just speak a question.
You ask a question, I speak a question. Okay, so you want to ask a question? Okay. You ask a question already, but the thing is, you ask a question that is difficult to answer. It's not clear what you want to ask. That's why I changed the question for you.
So I will ask again.
The practice of taking someone else's word is
The question is, why should you give any training because you just turn it to your teacher? Then different is not that important. So, do you think?
So that's why I'm telling you that the question should be, what is so wrong with that? Right? You're asking that, right? Why is it wrong to plagiarize, to copy and use somebody else's work and claim that it's your own? Or just forget to say that it's not my own. I just forgot to say that I took it from someone else's work. What is so wrong about that? What is so wrong about, copying, making a copy of the CD on the new songs by our Thai singers, and sell it for cheaply, like 199 baht per CD? What's wrong with that? Yes. That's the most important thing that you have to know. Right? Yes.
Because you're disregarding like the effort put in by the original creator, and especially if you copy from like a marginalized person, like for example, if you're like a white man copying from like a black woman, and then like if this happens on like a national scale, on like a larger scale, the black women will continue to be like unseen. Will be regarded as inferior because they're not producing anything. But in actuality, like they actually produce, but they weren't given the credit.
The credit. Yes. So is it then okay if the black plagiarize on the white? Then?
No, that's also not okay because credit is given where credit is due, and I think I believe in the system of meritocracy. So I think everyone should get there by their own merits, and not because of the social system they were born into.
Yes. But what could I'm trying to get you to say what would be really bad that could happen if you allow this to happen?
Like
it is bad for the person who created it. Why?
Yeah, because so for example.
So they don't get the money that they deserve. Yes. Then what happens next?
They'll continue to be like their work will continue to be disregarded as like cheap. Because like intellectual property is very easily stolen, and it's regarded as like anyone can draw. So like why do I need to pay like $50 for drawing instead of like $2 for like a print of this.
A copy of that.
Yeah.
So, I think that we ran out of time. She's almost there. Actually, she should get, I give her 2 points. She was asking a question. Did you give her 2 points? Okay. But we ran out of time because some of you would have to leave soon. Anyhow, I would think that when you copy someone else's work that you plagiarize, like a singer that creates a new song, and then he doesn't get the profit and the income from what he created enough, right? So what will happen is that he would not be able to be creative anymore because he doesn't get what he deserves from his own creation, right? So he would remain poor, like the artists and the singers, they would remain poor because they don't get anything from their creative mind. So what will happen is that we will not have anyone to write out beautiful songs for us anymore. No one will be creative and give us good arts or songs or movies or films for us to see or to appreciate or to listen to anymore. The Thai artists, the singers, what do they do now? They don't produce CDs. They have to go and put up a concert, right? They have to have concerts. Why? Because once they produce, they don't produce CDs anymore. You see, you don't have CDs or songs anymore. You have to go to watch their concerts now to listen to new songs. But if they don't get enough back from their effort, then they will stop. We would not have creative artists. We only have artists who, create very mediocre, not good songs or anything anymore because we keep on thinking that we can plagiarize on other people instead of giving them the credits where it's due. So anyhow, next time please have the handouts ready so that we don't have to waste a lot of time. Okay, be prepared. Prepare a good question, please, so you think what should be asked. And also, you should join in the discussion. If you don't answer, I will keep asking you and we waste a lot of time. Now, if you contribute and talk and discuss, I can move along to some new things and finish up on the topics faster. Okay?